All right, so favorite scripture from the Brit Hadasha, the New Testament, which is all written by Jews. These were religious Jews, Torah observant, like Paul and Yeshua HaNazareth, Jesus the Rabbi from Nazareth. And they had a way, it says in the book of Acts, they call it the way. So you'd say Yachadut HaDerech, Judaism, the way, because that's what they were calling it. There's a new way, so to speak. And they also could have called it back then, they do call it now Yachadut Meshechim, which is Messianic Judaism, which would be translated to Anointed Judaism. Quite interesting. So the most interesting part I found was that there was a rabbi who asked, it's in some part of the Gospels, and he asked Yeshua basically what's the core concept, or what is the fundamentals of life, something like that. And Yeshua told him, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, which is part of huge concept of Judaism. And I think the rabbi pushed him more, and then Yeshua said to love your neighbor as yourself, both love God and love your neighbor as yourself, which is all of the misvot, the 613, give or take, of the Torah. That's everything comes down to that. So I found that quite interesting. He reaffirmed the Shema Yisrael and the Torah. What was his speech, his big, what do you call it, Gospel on the Mount, so to speak. I'm not familiar with Christian terms, but I heard Rabbi Shmuley Boteach talk about the Sermon on the Mount. They said, do not think I came to abolish the Torah or the prophets. I not come to abolish, but to fulfill. And people, I don't know why they get this concept in the West. Look, if this is full, this kombucha here, I'm going to drink it, If it's full, I'm not going to throw it away. So basically, if Yeshua, Jesus, filled a cup of, let's say, Torah, that cup is obviously, in the Messianic belief of that group, basically that no one could fill the cup up to him. He was the Son of God, and his cup of the Torah, no one could fully walk it out. Even Abraham, even Moses sinned that time. But he was the one who walked out in full faith and never sinned. And many Orthodox rabbis and stuff who said, look, he's a very zealot, he's very zealous for Torah and for Israel. So basically he lived the Torah out to the fullest measure to show people how to live it out. There are parts where he's talking to people and he says, look, you have heard anyone who basically cheats on his wife is considered an adulterer. But he says anyone who even looks at a woman with intent to lust after her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So he was affirming the Torah, not just in the written, physical manifestation sense, but also the spiritual deep sense, cutting to that spirit. So that's quite interesting on there.